Hey guys, just a little warning. I want to get graphic, especially in an episode like this where we talk about beauty and the lengths we go and how we punish ourselves when we don't feel beautiful enough. So, this is your warning. You've been warned. You've been warned. Please choose your, stability over content or anything. So, yeah. But if you're still watching, I hope you enjoy. And yes, this is Malcriadas against the monster of beauty. I just want to look good. I just want to feel good. I just want to be pretty. I just want to look good. I just want to feel good. I just want to be pretty. I just want to look good. I wish my skin looked this clear all the time. My cheeks are gonna hang. I know it. Pretty. My eyelashes are so Botox. Should I get Botox? I hope my lips don't get so How expensive is Botox? Get my nose job. I just want to look good. I just want to feel good. I just want to be pretty. Hey guys. Am I recording? Okay, yes. Hey guys. Welcome back to another episode of Malcriada, Thoughts of a Girl in a Sick World. And what a sick world it is. It is currently 3:27 a.m. And I'm re-recording this episode. Because I didn't feel it the first time. I didn't really feel it. I didn't like it. Essentially, let's describe the intro. Like, bitch, what the fuck was that? Okay, fucking dramatic ass. Yeah. I don't know why all of my thoughts in my head eventually sound like that. Like, eventually it's just building up, and then there's just like a tipping point where it's like and then I break down. You know what I mean? As most girls, the mental health girlies, and not just the mental fucking health girlies, like every single one of you human beings out there, literally, all feel like experience some type of, break, stress, whatever. But see, from the perspective of a malcriada, things are a little different. Things are a little bit strange because we take on so many more responsibilities because the world sees us in such a light that we are limited human beings. We are limited in everything we do. Yet we are expected to do everything and be perfect, right? But the thing is, because we're never perfect, we're always going to be in that state of exhaustion, of trying so hard all the time. Obviously everyone experiences this to a certain degree. Again, little disclaimer, but again, malcriadas they just get it in a different way. All right, they just get it, okay. And the girls who get it, and the girls who don't. Did you like the ASMR? Should I do that? Yeah, I don't know. All right, the monster of beauty. The way beauty reached my little life, my little tiny little noggin, was honestly before I could perceive and understand the actual word beauty, when I would see it like as a baby, and I'd be like in awe of things. Now that I can formulate the words to describe what I'm feeling, right? I remember looking up at my mom and thinking, whoa, she's beautiful. I remember looking up not looking up, I remember looking down while I was being carried, and I remember that our old place in Mexico had like those red tile floors, like, you know, the Mexican red tile floors. Y'all know the ones I'm talking about. Reddish, orange. And I remember like, whoa, what are these cool colors? You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't really thinking like, oh, this is whatever, this is whatever. Like, no, I was just like in awe of everything new that I'm seeing. And then I was socialized as a female. A fucking female. And everything changed. Everything changed. It was so awesome. It was so awful because dude, I don't know, like being femme, being a girl, like you're, if you're not and you're not interested in getting in touch with your feminine side, I don't know what to tell you, you're missing out. And but either way, I love, like, obviously I like masculinity as well because it's just fun. I think everything is just uh everything's just an act. Everything's just theater. Everything's just drama. Everything's just, oh, look what I could do. Oh, did you see that? Ooh, cool. You like that? Yeah, you know what I mean? Um, like, like, what do you mean I can't put makeup on? Or what do you mean I can't wear pants? Like, I was born fucking, like, coochie out, boobies, like, little baby nipples out. Is that okay to say? Whatever. I was a naked child in the world. And like, why would I let other people tell me like what to wear? Obviously I'm realizing that now, but when I was introduced to fucking beauty and the standards that I was um given, essentially, I was like, a word, a worm, what the fuck? I guess let me think back. One of the earliest memories is when I was going to Catholic school in Mexico. I never wanted to go to school. I never liked the fucking monjas. If you are an ex Catholic school student, I apologize and thank you for being here. um and the monjas were bitches. They would always be mean to me. They'd be mean to me because I was always like super like hyperactive or whatever. But I was a girl, so I couldn't be doing that. So I was forced to learn how to, I was shamed into masking, you know what I mean? Deeply. And when you add religion on top of that, when you add being in a Latino household, when you add immigration, when you add more babies being born and then you having to take care of them. When you add all that up, it's like you create this sick, twisted little brain that is inside me now, and it just happens to be attached to the body of a hot bitch. Which I'm poking fun at it, yeah, whatever. I get to sexualize myself, okay? Everyone does it all the time. But yeah. So when I was a child, like I never had control of my own body. And not even since you're born. Um, my mom would always be waiting on me, taking care of me, telling me what to do, telling me what not to do. And good girls listen. I listened to my mom and dad. I listened to my dad and my mom. Like, obviously I would get spoiled sometimes, and if I didn't want to go to school, but then I didn't want to go to school. But in those moments where my mom would get me ready, like there was obviously dress code. There's your little uniform, and then you do your hair a certain way, and you put a bow on it, and it has to be super slicked back, and you have to have a bow in your little ponytail, and then your ponytail so tight that it hurts, and like my hair is really curly, so it's thick and it hurts way more, and it needs way more gel to fucking put it, and it would hurt. and your mom wakes up, like my mom's tired, like she just woke up, she's not gonna like be super gentle and careful with it. Like she's gonna be like trying to get everything done as fast as possible because she has to get herself ready, because she has to get all the kids ready, she has to get her husband's stuff ready, right? And sometimes it's like, sometimes people just don't have the time to be kind, and it sucks. But yeah, like I was always like, oh, if I'm supposed to be pretty, then this is supposed to hurt. And I got used to the pain. I got used to the pain so much that I feel like I kind of rejected it. I saw how my mom was treated when I was a kid, and I didn't want to be associated with any of that. I wanted to be like my dad. So I played soccer like my dad. I like quote unquote boy things, and I didn't like Barbie dolls. Like when my parents obviously would buy me Barbies because they were like, oh, you're a girl, so you get girl toys. I didn't like them. Think on my little sister liked them because she got to keep all my toys. And I would chew their fucking hands. That was so bad. That was so gross of me to do, but I would fucking do. And like I rip out their heads. Like it was so weird. Like I was like, no, like no. um and I didn't want to associate myself with femininity, I guess, maybe, but at the same time, like I also don't want to reject the masculine that is inside me, inside everyone. But the thing is, like, sports aren't just masculine, you know. Ugh. Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes I think like, oh, like we as little dumb humans just say feminine and masculine because well, that's the word that we gave them. But it's so much more than that. It's like the yin and yang. It's like, um, just everything, like everything even, like the good and the bad, like the black or white, light, darkness. I feel like um when I think of gender, I think more in those terms. Now after reading and learning about everything, all sexuality is all gender theory and whatnot, and how also that also places such a another fucking stigma, like fucking being queer beauty, because what they tell you is that that's in my fucking little Catholic school, tell you that that's not allowed. They tell you that that's obviously not beautiful, and if it's something is a sin, then it's ugly. Then God won't love you. Then you won't be allowed into heaven. Then you're gonna go to hell. And I was always scared of that. Even sometimes to this day, I'm terrified. But I'm like, no, fuck. The hell doesn't exist. Like, girl, like, what are you listening to? Like, are you literally believing, like, a white man? A white man? No, girl, stop. Like, I literally have to just tell that to myself. I have to be like, bitch, stop. Like, why are you thinking like this right now? This is not your voice. Stop. This is not you. Like, I'm like that, but to myself, because I don't give a fuck. I like seeing men fight. I like when they fight amongst each other. I think it's a little sexy. See, that's not good. I shouldn't sexualize violence. That's also not good. Don't be like me. Do as I say, not as I do. I am learning and I'm healing. I'm just here for support. I'm just here to be like, hey, this is all the things I fucked up in. Don't do it. And if you do, here's some validation and here's some resources, and you're still a bad bitch and you're gonna be okay. Yeah, that's basically what this podcast is. And also like communism and like not communism itself, but like communal living and like being there for the community instead of being for capitalist individualistic mindset. Yeah, okay, just clearing everything up. Okay, I'm also very under the influence, and not the alcohol influence, if you know what I mean. I love, how do you say, I need to cut that out. Cut the weed part out, bitch. Okay. And yeah, that's another thing. Those are one of the beauty things that I would think about when I was a kid. I was like, I don't want to be like my mom. So I want to be praised and loved like my dad everywhere I go. Like everyone's like ha 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 him. He's always like smiling when my mom's always like just like dragging behind him. She looks tired. Like, you know what I mean? Like I didn't want that for myself. I feel like that's one of the reasons I became a quote unquote feminist. Feminism is weird. First of all, sometimes it's hard for me to want to identify with that term, but essentially, like, because it was just it originally started in a very exclusive way. Not exclusive. How do you say, like, the opposite? Yeah, the opposite of inclusive is exclusive, right? But like in an ugly way because it was racist. And yeah, like that doesn't sit right with me. So it's like hard to be like, yeah, I'm a feminist, especially because how feminism has been like co-opted. No, not even co-opted, because if it was racist to begin with, then it was always just like that. It was always just like a white girl thing made for white girls. You know what I mean? It's hard. It's hard, you guys. It's hard out here. We are begging for crumbs. Crumbs. Literal crumbs. When will my time come? It's okay. Don't worry. Because we're still bad bitches. Okay. Back to the topic. So, yeah. That's how I got introduced to beauty, right? When I was a kid. Sorry, I heard my cat. Stop. She's such a bad girl. She's so spoiled. Anyways. As a teen, tween, whatever, that's when you get introduced to all the fucking sex stuff, dude. That's when people at school start shoving fucking porn in your face. That's when fucking like boys start asking you to let them finger you in the fucking bus. That's when guys start asking to touch your boob under the bra. Like, get the fuck out of my face. You go fucking do your fucking algebra. Like, go do your geometry, go do your English 1, whatever. Like, why are you fucking under my bra for? Like, I was a child. Anyways, it's just really ugly how like sex. Yeah, another that's it was the same thing. Just never in control of my own body. And the thing is, like, I got used to that. I got used to people not no for people to have control over me no matter what. I was such a good student because I did what I told, you know what I mean? And yeah, my fucking teacher would be like, she cuts though. So you should get that checked out. But they didn't do shit. The fucking principal fucking was like, you need to get a hobby. When I get stressed, I get my riding shoes. And I was like, bitch, it's fuck Shareland all the time, all the way. Fuck Shareland. But let's take it a step further, because fuck Shareland is getting old. Fuck the educational system. Fuck the board of education. Fuck all of y'all. Y'all don't give a fuck about kids. You do not give a fuck about kids. You guys are greedy people. You are horrible. And I hope that you get gum stuck in your hair every day. Every day. Anyways. Sex is horrible. It's always in schools. It's always like in your house. It's always shoved in your face. That's so bad to the brain, dude. And I think I talked about that in the episode I recorded with Diego. And like, yeah. And the thing is, like, when you're like a teen, you start like, because I was so neglected, I feel like, not neglected like I'm starving, but emotionally neglected. And like sometimes, like, I would go days without talking to anyone, like, and they'd be like, she's just like that, like, you know what I mean, like, she's just so mad at the world, like, she has such an attitude. Like, girl, like, I was depressed and I didn't like that you pinched my thighs and told me that I have cellulite, you know what I mean? That's another thing, like, you become more aware of your body, yaddy yaddy. And for me, as a tiki Latina, it's, guys, it's just not easy, and not everyone can handle it, you know, like it's just a big burden to carry. But anyway, fucking hate myself. No, don't say that, Z. Don't say that, because self-deprecating humor is not funny anymore. And like, shut up, okay, pendeja, pendeja. Um, but yeah, I developed at an earlier age. But then, like, sometimes I look back at my pictures, and like when of the time that I was very much groomed, very much abused, and very much taken advantage of, and I look like a baby. Like, I look at my face versus versus the face that I see now in the mirror. I'm like, now that's what everyone else around me looks like. But I look at my picture and I'm like, I don't look like them. I look like them now. And like, just think about it like this. To think that I met my husband at the age that I met my groomer. He was the same age. Months away. You know what I mean? It was fucking weird. It was fucking gross. And that's another thing. Like, when you're a kid, when you're teen, like, you are so desperate to belong, and to be loved, and to be seen, and to be validated, and to be told, like, hey, like, you fucking matter, and you get to do whatever you want to do. No one really told me that. It was always a ugly situation. Hey, can you just fucking chill, dude? Like, damn. Anyways, and yeah, like, and that's one of the worst things, that, like, when you are pressured into having like relations, into doing like second base, first base, second base, like things like that, when you're a kid, like, it's so, when you're a teen, like, it's like you feel like you have to, or else they're just gonna get someone else that could do it, and you know that's what they want, but you think that if they do it to you, that they're gonna love you more, and they don't, because they don't actually fucking know you. And I'm not gonna like feed into the whole like virginity thing, because I don't believe virginity is real. But because there is virginity and purity culture in the world, you're gonna feel shitty if you have sex with your high school boyfriend and he leaves you afterwards. I don't think every sex is bad. Every sexual encounter when you're young is bad. However, it all depends. Like, you're gonna fuck. Like, if you're teens, you're gonna fuck. Like, I don't expect anything other than teens. Like, you're in that age. Just be fucking safe. Wear a condom. Take the Plan B pill. If you're still in the valley, then you have access to HEB. They sell the Plan B, the off-brand, at HEB for $20. I think it went up by $5 because inflation. I know, horrible, but make sure to get that, you guys. Just $20, $25. Don't let guys not inside you. Like, don't do it. Like, don't do it. Like, not even, again, not through the purity culture perspective. Like, through the, dude, like, you're gonna think back. Oh, you're gonna think back and you'll be like, ew, I didn't let that guy do that stuff to me. How, like, like, you're gonna be like that. So, like, yeah, you can avoid that. And all because you wanted to feel like loved and wanted and be beautiful, because that's what you're taught. And that's okay, like, but now I told you. So don't do it. I'm kidding. You can do whatever you want. But what was that saying that my mom says? Con aviso no hay engaño, which means with warning, there's no lies. So if I warned you, and then what I think would happen happened, I didn't lie to you. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's how I try to perceive beauty, which essentially I was just sexualizing myself because if I couldn't get validation from my family, then I was gonna get validation from a romantic interest. And what did they teach everyone? That, you know, guys are guys. Guys are gonna wanna have sex. Guys are just like that. They can't help it. They can't control it. You know what I mean? And it sucks because like and then they market like lack of consent like sexy like in the media and shit like that. Or it's like, oh, how dare you ask me to kiss you? Or how dare you ask me, like, I just want you to do it because you want to, like, no, like, they thought they ate, they did not. It was horrible. Like, you can definitely make consent sexy. Like, just say just say you don't know how to, like, sexy talk and leave it at that. Like, just say you're fucking awkward as shit and you don't know shit. If you don't know how to sexy talk, you shouldn't be talking. You shouldn't be, if you don't know how to sexy talk, you shouldn't be fucking. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. And though sex can be a beautiful thing, it can quickly be the complete opposite. It could be a total nightmare if it's during the wrong time, with the wrong person, with the wrong birth control methods, with the wrong setting, you know? And it sucks that those moments, like the moments right before, I would literally prep myself. I would prep my little barely pubescent body waxed wax. I didn't wax that, but shaved, trim, whatever, to, how do you say, I would prep my little tiny pre-pubescent / kind of pubescent body. I would like shave it. I would put on my cream, put on my lotion, put on my perfume, like natural makeup so it looks like, so it doesn't get smeared. Just chapstick, but it's like a tinted chapstick, like a little bit of blush so I could look pretty. So I could just try to see myself through beautiful through his eyes. But they're not caring about that. They're caring about getting their nut. And again, it's not like that for every situation. Sometimes you're young and you know, get horny, you love someone, you know, it happens. But most of the time, I don't think it's the best thing to do. If anything, I would wait to have sex. Like, 17's pushing, 17's like, 18 perfect. Like, yeah, like, duh, you're gonna do it, like, you're 18. 17, it's like, 16 is like, okay, that's like kind of really young. Like, I don't know if you should be doing that stuff. You know what I mean? I just have a lot of sex trauma, you guys. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just projecting. Maybe I'm just projecting because I'm a sick, twisted little girl. And I just don't want the things that happened to me to happen to you. But I will scream it into the void, okay? I will scream it into the void. But even though, like, that my fucking demographic is mostly, like, 20, like, ya nos pasaron las cosas, güey. Like, like, I think, like, the highest percentage was, like, people, like, 22 to, like, 27 or something like that. And I was like, oh, hello, guys. Shout out. Hi. I think I saw, like, 1%. Like, someone from France who, like, just checked it out. And I was like, what the fuck? Are you happy to be in Paris? Oui. Like, hi. And obviously the rest is US and Mexico. A for Mexico, not the US. Mexico's actually doing really good right now. Like progressive wise, you know? Oh my god, how do you guys put up with me? I literally ramble on so much. You know what? It's okay. This is real. I'm just talking into a little mic. And it's fine because I know that y'all's thoughts go just like mine as well, you know? Anyways, yeah, that was the main thing though. The main thing in my teen, it was just sex. And it was so ugly and traumatizing. And in fact, I did not, finish with any of those guys. Like, if I would lay there flat and just do missionary, they could not make me come. Like, I had to do my thing so I could, take care of myself. These guys wouldn't really take care of me, it was really gross. Until I met my husband. Yeah. And that's why he's my husband. All right. So, but now, yeah, he's my husband. I'm his wife. I'm 22. I'm married. How do I see beauty as a monster today? Honestly, one of the biggest topics that come to mind when I said those words was aging. I recently bought a retinol cream, hyaluronic acid, retinol. No, did I already say retinol? An eye cream. That's what I meant. And I try to do my skincare routine almost every day now. Try to put on sunscreen and all the other stuff. I saw somewhere on TikTok that you don't actually need all that stuff for your skin to be good. Which I don't know what to believe anymore. I'm stupid, and I tell me to buy something, I'll buy it because I'm stupid. But also, no, I'm not stupid because I'm literally conditioned and to want to be pretty all the time. I want to wake up pretty. I want to wake up done. I don't want to wake up seeing my reality and the actuality of my vessel here on earth. Like, I don't want to see it. I have rejected it almost all my life, and it's like now everyone's like, you have to love yourself. And now, like, after going to college and after doing the whole, like, ever studying and philosophy and everything, like, I know now that beauty, the way we see it in the US and a lot of the world, is through a sexist, racist, classist way. You can actually just add all the isms or the ists. You know what I mean? Like, it's very selective of what can be. It's gatekeeping, essentially. Like, that's the actual gatekeeping. Like, where's the money at? Who's profiting off our insecurities? You know what I mean? But don't put words in my mouth, though, baby girl, right now. Yeah. I do not believe that makeup and beauty, like, some beauty regimens are all that bad. You know what I mean? There's ones that are ancient and that there's actual knowledge in staying more youthful, but not in the sense of I need to be pretty, more in the sense of I want to live longer. The world is thriving throughout using natural resources to feed ourselves and our earth and to make our community just flourish. There's a difference in that. We don't have that. you can't expect that. You can't expect someone to not profit off makeup nowadays, because we live in a what? Capitalistic society, bitches. Like, the fuck? Ugh, it just pisses me off because like the comment where I heard that was like on a like more right-winged podcast, which is weird because they tend to like things that people capitalize off of, you know what I mean? So weird. I bet that's just fucking, that makes no sense. Like, that is capitalism at its finest. Like, I don't understand how you somehow find it in your heart to speak out against capitalism when it's affecting women in makeup. But like, girl, come on. But like I've said before, makeup isn't just it didn't exist in this context. It didn't always exist in the context of oh, I need to look prettier. It's more to adorn yourself. It's more to try to mimic divinity in your silly little human way. And we have fun with it and we do things. That's why I love doing makeup that has more intricate details and is not only like, yeah, sometimes I do like, doll up makeup, but usually I like to do a design on my eye or a cat eye. Even a cat eye is really cool. Like, it shows, I don't know, like it's just way cooler than you guys think, than it seems, you know what I mean? My cat is crawling around me like a little crazy boy. And más a mi favor, honestly. You know why? Because what I've come to terms in while researching and writing and outlining for this episode was that the patriarchy, weaponized beauty. They made it into this monster and just launched it against women. And then that monster made women just turn against each other, to just be judgmental on who has the prettiest things, who looks the best, who has everything. You know what I mean? Who is the it girl or whatever not. It's so stupid. And yeah, like, it's so, oh my god, Kiwi. Guys, I don't know why they're acting so crazy right now. It's like, ugh. But anyways. Yeah. So that's that on the makeup situation. In terms of viewing beauty through the lens of an adult, honestly, because I am now the age that I pretended to be when I was a kid. You know what I mean? So it's way more different now, because as a child you think so juvenile. You think like, oh, when I'm this age I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, like and you get here, it's like, no, you know what, I don't want that. And yeah, like, I'm looking forward to the peace and knowledge that comes with aging. Diego likes to remind me that the reason, like, sometimes I'm scared of death, the reason sometimes I'm scared of death is because, well, I'm not as close to death as I am gonna be when I'm older, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm gonna welcome it a lot more. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. A lot more smoother. And honestly, when I think about beauty and how it's scary when I think about it as an adult, is because I have seen my mom and a lot of women who came before me just like absolutely self-deprecate, only have that self-deprecating talk with themselves, that, oh, I'm old, oh, I look like shit, like, oh. So I've been conditioned to see aging as a negative thing, and I don't want that. I really don't want that for myself. And I feel like if I keep thinking the way that the world wants me to think, I'm just gonna keep being unhappy and with myself. And yes, I'm gonna try to work out to be healthy. Yes, I'm gonna try to work out to be able to stand up and walk by myself when I'm old. But it's so hard to separate it. It's so hard to center myself. It's so hard to take care of yourself. And obviously there's so many attributes to that, whether that be white supremacy, whether that be classism, whether that be the patriarchy and all the additives that make life harder. Yeah. Another thing that I'm kind of like scared about growing up old is that like I'm gonna lose something. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know. I know that at the end of the day, everyone wants to just be loved and that the superficial things don't matter. But for so long, they did. For so long, that's what the world wants you to believe. And how so many people, it's not real, but so many people believe it that it manifests it and it makes it real. You know? That's how it works. Like, all this bullshit, it's not real. These standards that people set on us, these gender roles, these instructions for a cookie cutter life, they're not real. It's just that so many fucking people believed in it and were beaten to believe in it and were abused to believe in it and were guilt and shamed into believing in it, that it's fucking real now. But I feel like the opposite is also happening at the same time. So people are saying fuck that, and Malcriadas are the ones in the front lines saying fuck that. You know what I mean? It's stupid. And I guess I hope that when I'm old, I'm still going to be as fun as I am. And yeah, like, I hope I don't let like society's like shamingness to get in my head when I'm older. You know what I mean? Because right now I'm like, ser perra está de moda. You know what I mean? But like, sometimes when you're older, you know, when you're an older woman, people don't want to see you doing the things you were doing before. Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. All right, you guys. If you take away anything from this episode, let it be that when you put on your makeup, when you're doing your hair, when you're getting all dolled up, just remember that you're just changing your skins. You're just modifying yourself. You're just expressing yourself. You're just trying to create something beautiful. And that's okay. And you're going to look different. Remind yourself that you're going to look different when you take off your makeup, and that's also okay. Because your face, your natural little face, is also beautiful. Ugh. I used to have a lot of acne scars when I was little. Like when I was in high school, I had really, really, really bad acne, and it would never go away for the life of me. And I would tell myself, like, to make myself feel better, that like, oh, like the earth doesn't have any just completely smooth places. It has edges, and it has even the water has little edges, the mountains, the rocks, any field or anything like that. Like, everything has texture. And so I try to tell myself that my skin is like, you know, the earth. So if that helps y'all, keep fighting the fucking monster, guys. And when we say monster, let's define it. When we say the monster of beauty, we're referring to the monster of beauty that the systems in place have made. Because again, beauty by itself is just separate from putting people against each other. It's just to be appreciated. It's just to be loved. It's to be shared. It's not to be prostituted. It's not to be exploited. It's not to be sold. And that's what the thing that they're telling you. People are trying to like market and sell beauty. But they really can't do that. No one can do that. That's just one of the things you can't do. Alright, you guys. So, yeah, just like I said, keep fighting the monster of beauty. Challenge beauty standards. Push the limits. I don't know. Maybe you could surprise yourself. And yeah. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Malcriada, Thoughts of a Girl in a Sick World. This was your host, C, signing off.